each of us, there burns a soul of a warrior. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it. Centuries ago, in a time of darkness and fury, that fate befell three strangers. A monk, Kung Lao. An exiled guard, Zero. And a thief, Taja, who have to defend our Earth realm from the forces of Outworld. By fighting for their lives. By fighting for their honor.
Your soul is mine.
And by fighting for their realm.
It's the burden you must carry.
In a tournament called Mortal Kombat.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I didn't do fucking shit.
All right. Oh, it's going to be a big one today. It's going to be a big one. Right. So, there's two little intro movies that were there. The first one, I actually had to put a different complete music track over the top of it. I'll post a link in the description. And I'll showcase who actually made that one. I believe that was Robin on X, and then the Starship Troopers one, that was by Shinox. So I'll show you both of those, both their pages, and I'll post a link for both their X accounts if you want to go check them out. Wonderful work, and you can actually listen to the first intro in all its beautiful entirety, because it's got all the sound effects and everything. It's actually got a Mortal Kombat track playing for it, so it's a wonderful job. But I wanted to showcase it to you guys. But you know, YouTube being YouTube, it picked up the Mortal Kombat track anyway. So, but they did a wonderful job. So I've been talking to this dude called Reverend Terry Rice. How you going, man? And he's been talking to me in private messages. Right? And he's been sharing stuff, and MK Secrets, another really big Mortal Kombat fan site or whatever, where I've gotten a lot of mods from in the past, great archive. They have shared information, and we've also seen other stuff happening as well, whereby when we noticed that Season 2 came out, it appeared that they had started removing Dragon Crystal rewards when you leveled up masteries for certain characters. Well, not certain characters, any characters that you hadn't leveled up yet. Right? Anyway, so now what Warner Brothers are doing is they're saying this. Right? So if you purchase the Combat Pack now, right, they have now bundled in, right, 1,250 Dragon Crystals, as well as the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny Cage. You guys understand like what that means, right? It means that all the pre-order incentives and the things that they sold us that we were going to get from the premium edition, the reason why a lot of us did that was because we thought that the only way that you would be able to get the Johnny Cage skin, at least for a really long time, was part of that sort of premium, you know, what do you call it? Like the, you know, the premium edition. Okay? The pre-order edition, premium edition, whatever, right? However, it would appear that is not the case. It would appear that Warner Brothers are desperate. NRS are desperate. Right? As far as I'm concerned, they're but one of the same. There is no difference to me. Right? Not anymore. You don't have this little of control over your product, you know, like, and just be like... Because the thing is, though, that, like, they would have to have conversations with the team, you know, and figure out, oh, okay, how can we implement this, and what skin could go there, and how can we charge for that, and what it will look like. So basically what it means, right, and like he also got a reply back from Warner Brothers. Says, "Greetings Terry, thank you for your patience while we review your report. Please know that the offer for an additional 1,250 Dragon Crystals is for new purchasers of the Combat Pack. This game came out, what, 19th of September, that's the official release date. We got 5 days early access, or whatever it was. 4 days, 5 days. Right? They sold us on the idea that we would get this sort of essential, like, Dragon Crystal bump. So that way we could, you know, without spending any extra cash, go into the online store, purchase any online only content, sorry, Dragon Crystals only content, right? And it was part, now this is the interesting part. That wasn't the Combat Pack perk. That was part of the premium Jäger, right? That was part of the whole premium pre-order package and everything, right? It was never specifically tied to the Combat Pack, right? You know what I mean? So, and then we got some comments, another one by the Reverend, the good Reverend. And the good Reverend will say, I was thinking of, you know, when, what's his name? Harry Connick Jr. in Independence Day. He's like, why? On this particular day, we'll never know. But what I do know is the Black Knights will emerge victorious once again. Sorry, Independence Day. You just had to be there. Anyway, so, and then he says, yeah, wait until Trevor and Omni-Man drop after doing this. Total MK says, get the Combat Pack today. It literally says that. So their argument of that's only when it was new is total effing bullshit. Yeah, I bought the physical premium edition. There's 2 vouchers. One for the Combat Pack, one for the Premium Edition Crystals. If I had waited to redeem the Combat Pack until now, I'd have included the Crystals. Now, I know the argument will be, well, they can take it after, they can do whatever they want. Thank you, Shills, I understand that. But the point is, though, this game is like just over 2 months old. Okay? In a month after its launch, if that, they were pimping out the Johnny Cage skin, if not earlier than that, in the store. So their massive marketing push for us to get the premium edition or pre-order, because we would have something that nobody else would have, didn't even last a month. Right? He says if I had waited to redeem the Combat Pack until now, he'd have the crystals. So that means that you would have had the premium crystals, and then if you redeem the pack now, they would have added in that. Now I know they can do whatever they want, they can change whatever they want. I get that. But there's a pattern of behaviour here. There's a massive pattern of behaviour. We've got major news outlets starting to pick up this stuff, right? Then you got IGN, you know, dobbing on people for, you know, oh, they literally posted, if you go check an IGN's feed, unless they deleted it, they literally posted the same article twice in the last 5 or 6 days. Basically saying, hey, these people are backdating their console so they can then work through getting the premium, sorry, the seasonal stuff. They're not actually like cheating. They still have to grind up the coin and grind through the content to get the seasonal stuff. They just figured out that if you backdate your console, you can access that particular, like, you know, season of the Spectre. But good old IGN, being the communist pricks that they are, do love to, you know, dob on people trying to circumvent the corporation's greed. Because what did the corporation do? Oh, they took those skins, at least some of them anyway, it appears. Not, I don't think it's the whole pack, is it? Not, I don't think it's all the season skins. Because it was like pack 1, or whatever it was. They stuck it in the premium store. They didn't stick it in the shrine. You know, Like all the clowns and the combat cast and everywhere else is saying, oh yeah, the shrine's basically another alternative to get stuff. No, you run out of the shrine. There's a spending limit, like a credit card. And you run out, you can't get anything else. And they do that on purpose. They do it on purpose because they figured out that they can't do loot boxing anymore because of the like the negativity and everything else surrounding it. And a lot of countries are like literally outright banning it. So what do? They have to figure out other ways. Oh, okay, well you could get it here, or you could get it here, or you could get it here. But what they don't tell you is that, yeah, but you won't be able to get it here because when we got it over here, this is absolutely locked out. And they lied in the combat cast, which I think I've talked about already, where they said that the seasons would roll back around so you could get them again. They couldn't even wait. They couldn't even wait to bring back the Ronald McDonald costumes from Season 1 and stuck them in the store to sell them. Same with the Johnny Cage skin, like the Van Damme Johnny Cage skin. There's a pattern of behavior here, and it starts with G, ends in read. Right? MKSecrets.net says no surprise. Not surprised by the responses. They can say nothing else unless they want to start giving people 1250 Dragon Crystals. They should have to honor it. The in-game notification doesn't say new purchases or from this date forward. It just says they come with the combat pack. That's true. Right? You've got to be very specific here. Right? So I said, so they added 1250 to the combat pack to incentivize people to buy it. From memory, we got the same in premium, right? But that was tied to the pre-order, not the combat pack. And he's like, yeah. So, you know, and there he's posted a picture with the 2 voucher codes, obviously. You can see clearly, right? Premium, it's on the side. Premium edition includes 1250 Dragon Crystals, in-game currency. Combat pack includes Mortal Kombat characters, iconic guest characters, 5 new cameo characters, 1 week early access to DLC characters, and the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny Cage. Okay, so it's part of the Van Damme skin is part of the combat pack there. So, okay, fine, whatever, right? But the other point still stands that they use the Johnny Cage skin as a pre-order bonus. They're like, oh, you can get this. Right? Now, in saying that though, when you get the premium, it technically is part of the pre-order bonus, is it not? Because the combat pack is part of it. But this is where marketing becomes deceptive, right? Shinox says, what the actual F? If that's the case, then everyone who has already redeemed the combat pack should be awarded those crystals because that's some BS. This nonsense is really making me hate a franchise I love. Now, I don't know, by the way, just to showcase to you, this is Shinox. Go check him out at Shinox. He did this one. It was a great video, man. Well done. And of course, Robin posted this one, Greed Fueled Game. Please go check it out. I'll post a link for both these guys because it's so good with the actual Mortal Kombat track and all the sound effects and everything. So my bastardized version in the beginning was just a showcase to it because he's done great work and I love showing off people that do great work. Now over here on Nick Famous, he's apparently done a video. He didn't get the 1250 Dragon Crystals when he bought the combat pack at launch. So for all of those that got like the standard edition, right, and they picked the game up and they're like, ooh, this is amazing, right? And then after a while, like maybe a few days or hours, minutes, whenever you decide, you're like, okay, I'm going to buy the combat pack, right? I'm going to buy the combat pack. And then, no crystals. Because they haven't dated any, right? Because there was no, like, there's no warning. Right? By the way, the thumbnail for this video, I think, was it MK Sherlock? I think it was MK Sherlock that did, or at least I found that on there as well. yeah, so thank you to MK Sherlock. I don't know if you did the... I don't know if you did up the graphic with the dragon crystals in front of the Netherrealm thing, but I used it for the thumbnail. So I'm thanking you for that as well. Very cool. You know, if someone who's asking for Yong Ye to cover it, don't ask him to do it, man. Right? Dude's a clown. This is, well, this is disgraceful. Right? But I want to give a glimmer of hope here. Right? The fact is that, like, just because the company or the people that made this game or whatever are now pretty much just selling themselves out for a buck, doesn't mean to say that we can't enjoy the previous games. But what I will say is that you think about what you decide to do moving forward, right? There's a guy on here. I am chomping at the bit, bro. Right? Because I would love to talk to this dude. Right? I'd love to talk to this dude. Check this out, right? This guy here called James MK. Okay, and the reason why I want to talk to him, right? He goes, he's the creator of all things FGC. Okay. He goes, yes, I made many games, including Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 for home systems, and many more games. I want to talk to this dude. I want to talk to this dude, man. Seriously, if you see this video, I want to talk to you. Interview you. Dude, I grew up on the console versions. I want to know what ones you made and all that shit, dude. That'd be mad. That'd be so cool. And this dude is calling out stuff all the time. You go follow him as well, right? He's calling out all of this sort of stuff all the time, right? No fear. He goes, imagine buying a brand new car and on the way out of the showroom after you bought it, you get told by the salesman the following. Don't worry, we will give you the right paint color in a few weeks. Then we will drop you an antenna, power steering, and the stereo will come in a few weeks after. And then the car will be complete. By the way, thank you for your purchase. This is MK1. Right? 100%. Like, dude. Like, 100%. 100%. Because, and he made, like, I think he made another comment, like, about, you know, if MK1 was released back in the day, they literally would have had to pull it. Like, there's no way it would have even made it to the shelves or something like that, right? He goes, I agree, unfortunately, as somebody that's worked on the games, written books about it, held tournaments, and supported it for 30 years, I must admit, in the past, I've been a blind follower. Yeah, but we've all been there, man. Like, that's... Like, you love something, right? And then it's kind of like, you know, you get told something about somebody, and from an unknown source, and your first initial reaction is like, you're full of shit. I know better. I know them. You don't know them. You're a stranger to me. And then you find out the stranger was right. Just like Jesus. Look what happened to him. The persecution he got. You know, walking around telling everyone, no, you're all wrong. Right? That's where guys like me, James, Total MK, and all these other dudes, Reverend, Sherlock, all these guys, everyone, they're standing around going, yeah, your pro scene now is crap. This game's crap. The company's crap. Like, what the hell has happened to you? You know, and everyone's going, you're wrong. You know, and they're all saying that because they don't want to cut off their access. Right? They are doing everything in their power. And I guarantee you, probably some of these people behind closed doors, you know, basically, you know, probably agreeing with us. Like Dynasty, right? Like, I've mentioned a couple of times, like, he's blocked me for some unknown reason. It's really weird. Right? Because he and I, like, I thought we were cool. And then out of the blue, he blocks me. It's so weird, right? I don't know why. And I think I know why. It's because he's afraid. Because, and this is the funny part, I don't understand this part, right? This dude's like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Is he worried about not getting money? Why the hell do you care, dude, about getting a foot in the door if your channel is that big and you're getting tens of thousands of views, man? Who gives a shit about getting in the door at Netherwoke, right? Well, not really smart. Who cares? You get a lot more respect and maybe not admiration, but just respect, right? You know, all those big male nods. You know, when you right? That's what you get, right? You know what I'm talking about? You know, you see your mate, you're like, you know, or they say something cool, you know, and you're like, you know what I mean? You ain't getting a big nod, Dynasty, right? You take off them girly panties, dude. What the hell's wrong with you, right? Who gives a shit about getting in the door, right? You're probably the only person that I've called a shill that I've seen come back from it and then for some weird reason panic, right? And this is the problem. Because people have become so addicted to fame and fortune, right? Now let's not get it twisted. I love doing this, right? I can't work normal work because my anxiety issues are so great that it actually is like almost impossible for me to work. So that's why I'm very grateful to every single one of you people that watch my videos, because you help me out, right? I love doing this, but it's you guys that, you know, when the ads are playing or whatever the hell's going on, it's you guys that are helping me out, right? It is my responsibility to be upfront and honest and say the truth about these things, regardless of whether or not I get blacklisted or anything. Like, I'm definitely blacklisted, man. My face is on a dartboard in one of their, like, rec rooms, right? I don't care. Because at the end of the day, we are simply just customers, okay? And this is the reason why I hate con artists and shills and stuff like Total MK was saying. Because what happens is that, you know, people think that this product is great, it's fine, and, you know, they're getting retweeted by Ed Boon and all this sort of jazz, you know. Like, and then they go spend their money, and maybe they don't have the money to spend, like, you know, because, you know, gaming is a luxury. Well, it's not a necessity, it's a luxury. And then they get it home, the honeymoon phase wears off, and they realise it's crap. And then they find guys like James, or myself, or Total MK, or Reverend Terry, or everyone else. You know, the Third Sub-Zero, Jaded Rabbit, all these guys, right? All of them, who are calling this out because they love Mortal Kombat. But they're not blinded by Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat has ceased to have the power over them that it still has over other people. So therefore, you know, we can literally, like, you know, look at stuff and go, no, this is not right. Like, this is bullshit. Like, all of this stuff is crap. You know, we've only had certain things change for the game because of big guys like Super, you know, finally making us think about it, you know. And that's sad. Because again, they're all the favourite pets of NRS and Ed Bruin, you know. And I just think to myself, like, what happened, man? Like, what happened to what happened to these people? Because I tell you what, as every day goes by, I think more and more the reason why Tobias left, maybe it's not, but considering that Ed Boon you know, literally like will pimp out crap for the premium store and then bitch that he can't afford $8 to edit a post on X because he has some sort of like moral code. You know, because Elon Musk took over and allowed everyone to talk openly about everything. But his poor moral code won't allow him to pay $8 because now the control of having an only certain way of things to happen and only one echo chamber being allowed. Oh, oh man, your moral fucking code now. But hey, buy our seasonal fatality pack. You remember paying fucking $15 for 3 cutscenes? Are you out of your mind? I've got the coin, by the way. I've got the dragon crystals to buy it. I haven't bought it. I don't care if I earn them in game, right? Because I earned them because I mastered up all my characters, right? Not getting it. I'm just not getting it, right? Cutscenes. That's all it is. They're not interactables. It's not like you press certain buttons to do certain things. I will have to do a video. I know people have asked about, like, how would you make Mortal Kombat? Maybe I should. I think I did one a long time ago. Back in the early days of my channel, but I should do an updated one. Now that we've had a lot more of a scope of the direction and everything that we've seen happen, you know, with this game. Right? Because I got some great ideas. I don't know, man. It's just disappointing. You know, it's not like I lost a child. You know, it's not like it's big. It's just that, you know, you look over across the pond at like Japan, you know, and you think to yourself, wow. You know, although some of their females are a little bit questionable in Street Fighter 6, but at least they understand their core audience to a degree, right? They still had camis, like they still had some sexy costumes in there, right? That you can unlock through the story mode. You know, maybe guys like big bitches like Marissa. I don't know, man. Freaks me out. You know what I mean? Just all I keep thinking about is those thighs crushing my head. You know what I mean? But it's just sad because, you know, you get a lot of shills. I see a lot of shills on X just defending anything. There's a huge amount of cope going on because these people this is the problem. Like, you can let go of the modern crap and still enjoy the old games. Yeah? Like, I see people literally like combing themselves over these new Mortal Kombat movies. And they call themselves Mortal Kombat fans. I'm sorry, but as someone that loves the story and the lore, no. I don't care about fatalities on screen. I have seen half of that shit in something like John Wick, alright? I've seen enough gore in other stuff. It is not a, oh my god thing anymore. It doesn't matter. Maybe back in the 90s if they did it, sure. But so much stuff has come out since then, it's not a big deal anymore to see people having their hearts ripped out or literally cut in half. Like, it's just not a big deal anymore, right? So that doesn't bother me. And they literally, like, you know, destroyed the entire story of Mortal Kombat to make some Tumblr fan fiction. And then you got guys like Future Boy, whatever the hell his name is, on X, like, constantly praising this shit. And it's like, you call yourself a Mortal Kombat fan. What is wrong with you, dude? What is wrong with people that support this stuff? And they claim they're Mortal Kombat fans. No. They're thieves. They are taking Mortal Kombat and then twisting it, stealing it, and then regurgitating it back out as something that is not even resembling what we know has a larger and actually proven history of storytelling with Mortal Kombat characters and the overall storyline versus the Tumblr garbage crap that comes out now. And this is the state of the modern Mortal Kombat fan. And if you fit into that group, you're a sellout, you're a shill, you're a con artist. All you care about is yourself. You don't care about the quality of the game. You don't care about the quality of the franchise. You don't care about the quality of you know, actual, like, you know, lore, story, characters, any of that sort of stuff, because as long as it's got the dragon on the side of the piece of shit, you still think it's Mortal Kombat. And you are everything wrong with Mortal Kombat.